Sit back, strap in, and get ready for After Hours with TC Restani. This is Abigail Harwich, executive producer, welcoming you to the show. And now, TC Restani!
Alrighty there, welcome to the After Hours with TC Restani, the podcast. I'm TC Restani, emanating from the palatial podcast penthouse here at Restani Productions for another fun-filled episode of what, you guessed it, After Hours. And I'm going to go around the horn right now and introduce my esteemed panel of experts, starting on my immediate left, the milkman himself, Quincy Brisco.
And how are we doing tonight?
We're doing unbelievable. We had a little taping down here we can get into later on during the podcast. And over there to my immediate right is my mentor, the one and the only, Mr. Ricky Bittman.
Up and away, hey.
Up and away, hey.
Up and away, hey.
Oh, she's back?
As she's back from wherever her little sabbatical was, and OMG Abby in the producing booth right now.
Isn't vacation great, Abby?
Yeah, you would know.
I know.
You know how many vacations has she paid for?
I'm ready for some more time
Yeah,
off.
you just came back from the wonderful Cape Cod.
You should have fallen in love with old Cape Cod. Patty Page.
Patty Page, huh? Well,
Great down there. We had some great weather.
and I heard you had some unbelievable seafood as well.
Oh, the cream and cone and Dennis. I had a big platter
A big platter.
of whole belly clams, haddock, and scallops.
And that's the picture that's on the screen right now.
Oh, yummy dummy.
I mean, I haven't had anything to eat today, so looking at that, my
know, I
mouth
feel
is
bad.
salivating.
I've been wanting that all summer long, and I finally got it.
Well, it looks like you did get it, and you and Tosh had a wonderful time on
did.
Abby's dime, or isn't that my dime? It's not her dime.
Well, you know, she upgraded the accommodations.
Okay, you mean I upgraded through my bank account, which is what funds Restani Productions.
Listen, Abby, he's saying it. I'm not saying it. Okay.
Listen, Toots. Who do you think pays for those yoga pants? All right.
Ooh. Quincy, they call us the bloomers off the rose.
Oh, bloomers
off the roads.
Where we're going, we don't need roads. All right. Unbelievable. I'm glad you had a good time down there at my
I'm
expense.
glad you're glad. I did. I had a really
And
good time.
you didn't even bring back any leftovers.
You know what I try to bring back? A big box of saltwater taffy.
I'm not a big fan of saltwater taffy.
But that's what you buy when you're down the Cape. And they have this great stand right in Yarmouth, right near the Pancake Man.
The Pancake
There's
Man.
a restaurant called Pancake Man. They actually serve beer in there, too. And beer and pancakes. Let me move this mic, I got to tell you. So they have this giant saltwater taffy stand, right? And you can go and you can make your own box. Because what I hate about buying saltwater taffy, they fill it up with a lot of mint-flavored taffy. And I'm sorry, you don't need mint-flavored taffy.
It's like eating toothpaste.
Exactly. You know, like the black licorice. I happen to be a fan of black licorice, but I don't want it in my taffy.
No, I agree. I like the, I think I had peanut butter taffy one time.
That's a good one.
That's a good flavor.
I like vanilla, all the good flavors. Raspberry and blueberry, they have all these good creamy, sweet flavors.
any of the berries.
Yeah.
Right.
For taffy, yeah. I once had a taffy omelet.
Really?
I was high as a
Taffy.
kite. I was high as a kite when I made it, and I'll never have it again. Let's just put it that way.
Well, why would they put in taffy to make you high?
No, I was high, and I ate a taffy omelet.
You know who like to eat taffy, don't you, Quincy?
Yeah, Willy Wonka's, what do you call it? The girl, Veruca.
Okay, well, I wasn't thinking her.
Yeah.
Captain Caveman.
Captain Caveman!
You like taffy?
Because that was the name of the blonde on the show.
Oh, that's right.
He used to go, Taffy Weffy, Taffy Weffy. And speaking of that, doesn't Captain Caveman sound like Bull Montana?
He does a lot like
And
that.
I want to shout out to Colonel Bull Montana. You could be listening to this. His birthday is coming up, or his birthday is past the 26th of September. Happy 192nd to Colonel Bull Montana.
Doesn't look like a day over 190.
He doesn't, I'm going to go up and pay him a visit up at his little chateau soon.
Bring him a cupcake with a candle in it.
Maybe.
A clam plate.
Well, something that could fix that problem, yes. Maybe a clam plate. But happy birthday, Colonel Bull Montana.
Happy birthday, Colonel.
And of course, I have to make reference or she will get mad.
Yeah.
Oh, she stuttered there for a
Yeah,
second.
his finger slipped right off the button.
Abby's birthday was this past week.
Wow, so was Tasha's.
On what day?
The 22nd.
She's the 20th, Abby.
Wow, I don't think you two knew that.
And Airwolf Chris, he's the 23rd.
Wow, we should have a big party.
And floor director Dave just had a grandkid born on the 25th.
He's a grandfather?
He's a grandfather.
Wow.
So there's a lot of people born in September and March. So I don't know what it is about those 6 months difference out there. But happy birthday, Abby. You know, I can't even say that she's 29 because she's not 29.
No.
But you don't look a day over 23, Abby.
I like that.
Unbelievable. We always like to kid Abby down here, but she's our executive producer, and she had a fantastic birthday, which I'm sure that I, somewhere down the line, paid for.
We'll get a bill for you.
I'm sure I'll get it on the credit card statement.
I like her. I mean, she's very good to me.
Oh, I know that for a fact. I know her and Tosh, now that they know they're September babies.
Exactly.
Unbelievable.
They're high-fiving somewhere right now.
Clams. I love fried clams, but you have to have them with the belly, right, Ricky?
100%, yeah. Tosh, every now and then I would split a plate of clam strips, and it's just not real.
No, the clam strips are what you get at Howard Johnson.
Exactly, in the frozen food section. It was one of the biggest sellers when I worked at a supermarket when I was a kid. You couldn't keep the Howard Johnson's frozen clam strips.
Earwolf Chris, speaking of the birthday boy, he loved clam strips. He doesn't like the bellies. Oh. I'm like, how can you be from New England and not like the bellies?
Just order something else then. Don't. I mean, you gotta.
Oh, excuse me, but I hate to interrupt, but there's no more Howard Johnsons. This is around, are there?
No. They had in addition to the restaurants and the hotels, they had a line of frozen foods. And one of them was, they had mac and cheese and they had clam strips. And I'm telling you, every old person that came into the supermarket I worked in bought like 10 of those things. And they were just going mild.
You know what my favorite thing at the Howard Johnson's restaurants were?
What?
The cornbread toasties.
Oh, those are good.
Those are like almost like a corn muffin, aren't they? But you put them in the toaster.
Right.
I remember those.
Thus the name, cornbread toasties.
Cornbread toasties.
No wonder you're a detective.
Yeah.
Nothing gets past you down there.
And they made some real good ice cream. Yeah.
You know what my favorite thing at Howard Johnson's was, and my old man's too? You'd order a cup of coffee, right? They bring it over to you, and then they leave the pot on the table. Those copper-colored pots. With
Sure.
I wish I could get one of those Howard Johnson copper pots.
It's called eBay.
Yeah. You know, if I can get the quarter pounder with cheese,
The styrofoam thing.
Yeah, I should be able to.
You know
get
what else
that.
I used to like? Is at the Pancake House, the syrup gimmick.
Yes, this thing that like slides.
Right.
Yeah, that's good.
Slide.
I think you can still get that.
Unbelievable. Well, I was not a fan of maple syrup that much as a kid growing up at the International House of Pancakes. It was butter. You'd have to head to butter.
Yeah, when you mix the two of them, that's a flavor unto itself.
My favorite thing to order at the International House of Pancake was the pigs in a blanket.
Really?
The sausage wrapped in the pancake.
Oh, okay.
Right. That was unbelievable.
My favorite thing at the International House of Pancakes would be the Vietnamese pancakes.
What were those?
And I just like to say that because the International House. Where would they get off with the International?
That's true, yeah. The closest International House of Pancakes that I used to go to was on Route 1.
Yep, it's a good one.
Right. But then it became like a transition into a Bickford's.
Yep.
And Bickford's used to have the little toys you get on the way out.
Well, didn't there used to be one way down on Main Street?
There was, way down there in Malden.
Yeah, and then it became Pescione's Italian
That's
food.
right. My grandparents loved that place as well.
I hated Pescione's one night.
Now it's a car wash.
That's right. I remember going into Pescione's and they had an autographed picture of Al Martino on the wall.
Al Martino?
Al Martino, an autographed picture on the wall.
You mean the guy from The Godfather?
Yes, Johnny, what's his name? What was
Fontaine.
His name? Johnny Fontaine.
A rose on a name and the sound and the rain, and his lovely promise won't come true.
Very nice.
You can act like a man. But Bickford's, the ones that I used to go to all the time, was the one in Wellington. It's now a Kelly's.
Yeah.
That was a favorite spot of the late. But then you know what opened right across the street from there?
What?
Was the Hojo's Breakfast Buffet.
Yes.
And, stick the fork in International House of Bickford's.
Yeah, Hojo's was good.
Especially on a Friday and Saturday night, the all-you-can-eat breakfast buffet. That was the place that I saw Bill Montana, another birthday boy himself. He would take a fork and he would put 4 or 5 sausage links on one fork and down it.
I could see him doing
But then
that.
he would have a unique method at the buffet. Most people, when they go to the buffet, stack it with everything, right? His method to his madness was he would have a plate of eggs, finish them, a plate of bacon, finish them, and so on and so on and so on.
So you just eat like one thing at a time?
One thing at a time.
I've heard it done.
And everybody there, of course, knew him. It's like Norm at Cheers when he walked in. Oh, hey. And then the people working the buffet are like, oh no, not even
this
again.
guy.
So they knew they had to get that one particular item, keep coming out and out quickly as they can. But
remember how Johnson's had their own soda?
yes,
And they had those great little pink mints you could buy on the way out, and they had candy bars, and they had great ice cream too.
why did they get rid of these places?
I don't know. It was called the Host to the Highways. Remember that? I always thought that was cool when I was a kid. And you know the saying you used to always say when you were a kid?
No, what was it?
I smell Howard Johnson's. You ever hear that one? That probably predates you by a long time.
I believe so.
My old man used to say that. We'd see the orange roof and we go, I smell Howard Johnson's. But that's where you went. You know, you knew it was a safe bet. You knew the people that worked there were going to be good, and you knew the food was going to be good.
It's better than saying, I smell Howard's Johnson.
That's right. You know, you don't want to.
Now,
Speaking of that, I'm sorry. Did you realize you were talking about Captain Caveman?
He's over there. Don't do it again.
I was trying to talk over it.
Don't blow our ears out again. All right, go ahead.
Is it true that, do you think Captain Caveman is shaped like a testicle?
Actually, someone brought this up to me. Captain Caveman is just Bonnie Rebel with a beard.
Yeah, a long beard, yeah.
Right. That's all he is. Got the same nose and everything.
Well, you know where I heard this about the testicle?
Was this from Johnny Dangerously?
No.
Remember, your testicles and you.
This was Mo Rocca, the guy from CBS.
Oh, my God. Mo Rocca.
He had a podcast one time, and he goes, as a kid growing up, I always marveled at the fact that Captain Caveman looked very similar to a testicle.
It's a hairy testicle.
And he's a homosexual.
Right.
And his buddy that was on the podcast goes, maybe that's why you're attracted to him. The two of them, I think, laughed for 2 minutes straight. It was just so perfect.
Now I can't get that image out of my head.
Captain Caveman's a little testicle, just so you know, Quincy.
Little fur ball.
Yeah, a little hairy nut.
He is a hairy nut. Now, the furthest Howard Johnson's I used to go to when we were kids, we used to go out on the end of Route 2, like out in Concord.
Oh, yeah. I've been to that one, yeah.
Remember that one?
Yeah, because we used to go up to the hairpin turn, the Mohawk Trail.
Right. We used to go apple picking out that area.
Yeah.
And we always used to get every year. I didn't get it, but people went there. It was like aunts and uncles and whatnot. They always got the postcards. It's like,
yeah.
Who the hell are you going to mail these to?
Yeah, that's true. I wouldn't mind having a couple of those. I probably have a couple somewhere.
Who would you send one to right now if you could?
Probably one of my sisters. It would probably just blow their mind because they knew that, like, I really liked going to Howard Johnson's with my parents, and they were like teenagers when I was young, so they were like, how can you go? That place is so lame. And I'm like, I love Howard Johnson's. The
very last Howard Johnson's I ever went to was in Times Square.
I wish I could remember that. Wow.
This was back in the very early 2000s.
Yeah.
Because after that place, we found another place in Times Square. I don't even remember. It was just called
Westway Diner?
No, that's not in Times Square. We found this place called The Coffee Shop, and there was a guy in there by the name of Cool Rich.
Cool Rich?
I think he was a Russian chef.
Sounds like a dessert.
And he looked like a young Pat Patterson, if that means anything to you. And he had one of those little chef paper hats, not the ones that go up, but the little triangle one.
Yeah, I know what you're
and it just wrote in ballpoint pen, Cool Rich on it.
He probably wrote that every morning when he came in.
Every morning. Yeah. And that place had the greatest dinners of all time, and they were like $5 for a giant turkey dinner.
Imagine that.
And the place, one day we went down there, we were doing the little autograph hunt. It was me, Jeff, and all the rest of the autograph hounds. We were looking for it, and the place was now like an electronics store.
Ugh.
It's like, where did Cool Rich go? Somewhere in my archives is when I had my very first digital camera. That was like a 1 megapixel camera. I used to record on those giant floppy drives.
Oh, yeah.
Somewhere I have in a drawer somewhere a floppy drive that has pictures of Cool Rich on it.
You got to dig that out. I'd like to see pictures.
That's 25 years ago. Went by like that.
Dude, I saw the latest episode of Quincy's Crowd. I couldn't believe that was 18 years ago.
Is that the one where he got the Randy Mantooth
Mantooth autograph and the letters? He had fan mail and everything?
I remember that. I think actually... Howard, our wonderful production guru down here, is taking those and he's upgrading them to HD.
Nice.
So somewhere down the line, people will be able to see them on YouTube.
That was one of your best shows.
Squad 51, Can 3365.
Did you get your patch?
He will be getting it after the show.
Oh, okay.
We're going to the mansion to get his...
Nice.
For those of you who don't know what we're talking about, Randy Mantooth was the star of Emergency, the show that was on, the early to mid-'70s.
Yeah.
With Kevin Tighe of Roadhouse fame.
Yep.
And he was a big fan of Quincy, sent him an autograph photo and an authentic patch from the...
Squad 51.
Los Angeles Fire Department.
Yeah.
So...
Squad 51, Can 3365.
Hard to come by.
Yeah, well, paramedics back in those days and still today, they're out there trained to save lives. You call 911, you get a paramedic.
Let's hope.
And a good one. Oh, I would think, And
you don't have to ask for a good one. You'll get a good one.
No, you'll get a good one. Yeah, with special training, they're calling on the Biocom. They take your vitals. They're calling on the Biocom to the hospital.
Rampart
General Hospital. Dr. Brackett. Dr. Morton, Dixie McCall, and Dr. Early, okay? And you get prompt service. They tell you what's wrong on the field.
This is better than watching METV.
It really is. It really is.
You know all the stats about this.
Yeah.
and they'll tell you over the Viacom what to prescribe and
Viacom.
Viacom. And
Can I
then
step away for 1 second?
Oh, Ricky Bittman has to take a little spaghetti.
No, I got to get a pen.
You got to get a pen. I got a pencil right here. Just
I have that.
like in wrestling, I got the pencil, right?
All right, I'm
There you go. I don't know why you need I don't know what you need a pen for.
Well, we would just.
You're going to sign some autographs? Or you take notes?
just
Oh,
so
well,
we remember.
you are the secretarial
I'm the-
genius.
The podcast archivist.
Archivist.
Yes.
you get
Unbelievable.
on the field prompt training what the doctors prescribe, and it actually saves lives. And
You know what they subscribe?
What?
Or prescribe.
prescribe
The Sheik's favorite thing in the world. Medicine.
medicines, but what kinds of medicines? There's
Well, we can't talk about the medicines that the Sheik used to take. Now, here's one question I'm going to ask before we end this topic of emergency. What the hell kind of name is Mantooth?
That's a good question. I don't know. I think it might be Scottish. It sounds Scottish. I went over there to Randy Mantooth's place. I had me some scotch and some haggis.
Freedom!
Freedom! I'm Mantooth. I'm Mantooth, Quincy, and I'm gonna kick your ass.
Maybe he became a dentist after that show.
Yeah, I don't know. I never thought of that.
I have never seen one episode of that, but I know the theme song and all that other stuff.
And they had a cartoon too.
They did.
yeah, emergency +4.
Yeah. They had the dog. What was the dog's name on the emergency? Began with a B.
Bull.
Well, there was two of them.
On the TV show, the regular show, not the animated one. What do firemen wear on their shoes, on their feet?
Boot.
Boot was the dog's
The
name.
dog's name was Boot.
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 Boot. You and I used to talk about. You used to always go boot.
Yeah, Boot. And then there was another dog named Henry.
Yeah.
My nephew's dog's name is Henry. I wonder if it was named after that dog.
I would always give a dog a human name. I would talk. If I had a dog, I'd name him Larry. Hey, Larry.
You know what my dog name was growing up? I had a corgi.
Gleason.
No, I didn't name it because I was too young. They named it Jody. You know what they named it after?
Jody on Family Affairs.
Yes.
Yeah.
And you know what I told him?
told me. I remember you
told
told me.
him with Jeff.
Johnny Whitaker.
Johnny Whitaker. I go, yeah, my first dog was named Jody. And they named it after you.
$15.
No, he actually was like, that's great.
Yeah, you told me he was a nice dude.
No, a very, very nice guy. Sigmund and the Sea Monsters, one of my favorite Sid and Marty Krofft productions. Oh, you don't like Sid and Marty Krofft productions?
No, I do. I was just looking at my notes.
I'm looking at your little notes down there.
Just making sure we're on schedule here.
We are on schedule.
And you know what it is? We're a little amped up. Because we did some.
We had a big time television production.
We
down
actually
here.
got something done.
We actually, well, you
Hear
know,
that, Doug? We got something done.
Does it feel good to get something done?
Yes, it does, Quincy.
and you know, she wasn't at the production. She was up in the booth still.
Yeah.
She was looking down going, another take, another take.
Oh boy, yeah.
Another take.
My cheeks are from fake smiling.
Another take. Well, what we recorded today, I was in the booth directing this episode.
Yeah, you did a good-
It was you, Mr. Ricky Bittman, and you, Quincy, as a cameo, a kind of a guest starring on it. It's Ricky Bittman's movie show.
Yeah.
And the very first inaugural episode that we recorded today, and you can actually, there's a picture on the screen right now, live from the set
Beautiful.
from 20 minutes ago.
Couple of handsome devils.
And there's Ricky Bittman in his shirt that has his likeness on it. There is Quincy over there. We don't even make reference to you. You're like an anonymous character on there. We got the top hat, the 3D glasses, and salty popcorn, and wedged right between the both of you is none other than Cool Ron. Cool Ron.
I tell you, it was a magical night. But you know what I'm really impressed with is the technology at the Restani Productions Studios.
Well, we spared no expense like in Jurassic Park.
This was fantastic. And I'm telling people
A
from the
year
bottom
ago,
of my
you
heart.
couldn't do that here.
No,
at
you
Restani
couldn't.
Productions.
And I'm telling you, I mean, things moved quick. And I got to use it for the first time. So the next time we use it for a future episode, it's going to be even better, and it's going to get better and
So
better.
let's tell everybody out there what technology we're talking about, because we're talking about none other than a voice-activated teleprompter.
I mean,
You know, we don't have teleprompters here on the program, on the podcast, or when we do late after hours at TC Restani. But Ricky Bittman is meticulous with detail.
Yeah.
And he had a lot of context he had to read out there to the fans. You reviewed a movie from 1963 called The Terror.
The Terror.
Starring Jack Nicholson.
And Boris Karloff.
And Jack's very first movie.
Well, it was first starring role.
Sorry.
yeah.
And you had a cornucopia of movie trivia and facts about this wonderful film.
There was a lot to say about this movie because it was absolutely horrible. Look for it ahead of time if you want. But other than that, just keep an eye peeled right around, what do you think, Halloween?
Probably sometime in about a week or so before Halloween.
Beautiful.
It'll be out on their after hours socials, and I'm sure you can post it on the Facebook page, which I'm still in jail over.
People are going to love it. Now, we're talking like, we don't have to wait for holidays. We talked about another holiday coming up. We might do another one. And hopefully we can find some, I was talking to our producer, Howard, that we can get some public domain Kung Fu movies and maybe do the Kung Fu Theater
There you
again.
go. I mean, it was a wonderful production. And I mean, we haven't seen anything yet because Howard, the magician, has not put all the special effects into
It's
it
in
yet.
post now.
It is in post-production, quote unquote there. And because we decided a couple weeks ago, it's like Howard and I were talking, you go, Ricky Bittman, he's this big-time entertainer.
Well, I love movies.
Because I can't do the after-hours TV show yet because our production people are doing other projects.
Yep,
so
I
that's still on the back burner, but hopefully in the new year, that'll be here.
Well, I'm ready.
But between now and then, we have Ricky Bittman's movie show, and the very first episode is a Halloween special.
Beautiful.
The Terror. Now, I have not seen this movie, and I will not watch it until we have the premiere of that episode.
In the name of the French army, open this door.
And this was, 12 years before Cuckoo's Nest?
Yeah, probably.
It was 63 because that came out in 75.
Oh, yeah, okay, then that makes sense. Yeah, 63,
And
75.
Easy Rider came out in 69.
Yeah.
So Jack Nicholson was not a household name.
No, and you know what? I don't think Nicholson knew what he had. And certainly the people that filmed the movie or made the movie didn't know what he had. Coppola was involved in this to some degree. I don't know. It was kind of like a bunch of people were involved in this. They threw a bunch of things at the wall, and whatever stuck, that's what they filmed. And the movie is a confusing mess, but it has the charm of a Halloween movie. Let's just put it that way.
There you go. Francis Ford Coppola. Now, this is 10 years before The Godfather. Excuse me, that popcorn you gave me, a little salty.
And very salty.
Very so. Where'd you get that anyway?
That's at, I got that at Market Basket.
Oh, yeah, MB. Okay.
Big giant bag. Now it's a small bag.
Well, thanks to Quincy over there. And you'll see him devour that on Ricky Bittman's movie show.
I love popcorn.
I do too, but not that salty.
No. It's almost a salt miser there. We got some good reviews on the salt miser episode.
Don't give me any lemonade. If you know what I'm talking about, you listen to the episode. If you don't know what I'm talking about, go listen to the last episode.
Our buddy Steve Rossadini, big fan of the show, checked in with me today and said, he goes, Ricky, I'm listening to the Salt Miser episode, and he absolutely loved it.
Unbelievable.
He loves the discussion about the cars, the General Lee and everything.
Movie cars.
And he liked how I gave you a hard time. I said, well, what's the DeLorean? Isn't it just like a bunch of tubes with lights in it and everything? Because he's a big Back to the Future fan. And he says,
he gets it.
Yeah, he says, well, how could you reduce the DeLorean to what you just said it was? I said, because that's just the way I am. I'm a prick.
He hasn't even seen Friday the 13th.
No. Or a full episode of Dukes of Hazzard.
So I guess we won't be doing any Friday the 13th movies on the Ricky Bittman movie show. Because we can't.
Hey, it was bad enough, though. There was some blood in this movie. Not a lot, but man, I don't want any heads being lopped off.
Why not?
I don't want to see that.
That's what makes Friday the 13th Friday the 13th.
I know. Did you know he was a guest on the Arsenio Hall show, Jason?
do.
I never knew that.
That was in 1989 when they were promoting
Look at that.
the episode where he goes to Manhattan.
I figured that's what it was. I said, it has to do something with that.
And that was Kane Hodder, the guy who plays Jason in a bunch of the Friday the 13th.
You know, not to get on the whole late night, because we had enough of that news in the past few weeks, but I said on one of the social media posts, I said, you know what, why can't they just can all of these guys? Bring back Arsenio. Bring him back.
I was a big fan of Arsenio Hall.
I mean, just a fun show. I mean, he had fun ideas. He had fun guests. He had fun musicians. It was fun.
You realize he was only on for like 5 or 6 years?
Yeah.
It seemed like he was on longer. And I liked it because he used to bring in the WWF wrestlers.
Yeah, and they would do works and stuff.
And they were in character.
Yeah.
They never came on as, here's Bobby Heenan, whose real name is Raymond Lewis
Exactly,
Heenan.
yeah.
No, he came out, he was the prick.
Yeah.
I mean, he had everybody on there that
He knew how to do it.
Because he was a huge wrestling fan.
Yeah.
I'm surprised they never brought him involved into a WrestleMania.
That would have been awesome.
And I think he deserves a spot in the WWE Hall of Fame.
For the work he did on the...
For all the work he did. Regis Philbin belongs in it as well because he brought them in. And Cyndi Lauper needs to be in that Hall of Fame.
Do you think Belzer deserves to be in there?
Well, he's dead.
I know, but just...
Well, who's going to accept it? The Fonz?
It was a great It was some great footage.
And then when he cracked, we'll be right back after
he
this.
went down like a ton of bricks.
Well, too bad. Well, he did. You know how much he won in that lawsuit?
How much?
$400,000. Now, in 1987,
Yeah, that's true. It's a lot.
that's
of
a
money.
lot of money. And he bought a house, I believe, in France, and he calls it Chateau Hogan.
Does he really?
Well, he did.
Oh, he did. That's funny.
So
I went to one of his book signings one time. He brought out this book about all conspiracy theories, and he theorized that the moon is man-made.
I've heard that.
I bet you have.
Yeah, I don't want to get into it tonight, but I have heard that. Yeah. And it's.
You would probably like this book.
Maybe you should get it for me for Christmas.
Maybe I will. Actually, if I find the signed copy, I'll give it to you.
Fine.
It's got his autograph.
I found all my autographs.
I heard you. Really
our good friend CJ. He says, "Did you?" He was asking me who I got for autographs, and I was like, "He goes, prove it. I haven't seen them." I had these things put away in drawers, attics, down here in the archives of Restani Productions. It took me 6 weeks to compile all of the stuff. I think I'm missing 3.
Wow.
Now, this is going back, I started March 3rd, 1990. So 35 years I've been at this.
Yeah.
And I found 98% of all the signatures I've ever gotten. Some of them are on index cards, and I can't even read the names on it because I don't know what the hell it says.
There's a thing on Reddit where if you show a picture, it's called "Whose Signature Is This?"
Oh, you'll have to send me that.
Yeah.
Because I looked at a squiggle and I saw the dot on one of them, and I tried to wrap my brains around who is this. It turns out it's Marissa Tomei's.
Wow.
An Academy Award winner.
Jeez.
So, and I got her the day I got Quentin Tarantino. They were doing a play in Boston
that's
together.
a good one.
But I found, I have no lie, I have close to 500 autographs.
And you said I found all but 3. What do you mean by 3?
I think there's 3 that are missing. I'm missing.
So wait a minute. You know that there's...
Yeah.
Wow, that's amazing.
I'm missing Krista Allen. She was on Baywatch, and she was also in the softcore porn Emmanuel in Space. She also played the second Billy on Days of Our Lives.
Second Billy.
She was the second Billy on Days of Our Lives, and the other 2 are like wrestling autographs. But
That's great though that you have that memory.
But I mean, they're all now, the ones I have, the 8x10s. They're all now in Mylar containers.
That's what you got to do.
On both sides.
How are the signatures holding up?
Oh, some of them have faded.
Yeah.
But the ones on the 8x10s were in a box and hidden from the sun.
Yeah.
So they're in pretty good shape. The one that I'm very disappointed that I don't have anymore that faded into an oblivion is my Kenny Baker R2D2.
Oh, yeah.
And he's dead. Yeah. So, I mean, that's the only one that I really, you can kind of make it out there.
Yeah.
But, somewhere down the line, I'll track down another one.
I got to find a picture my friend Mike from Southie took of Kenny Baker's wife picking at his ear with a Q-tip.
I thought it was a bobby pin.
Maybe it was a bobby pin.
Right,
Yeah,
you showed me that before.
He's sticking his tongue out. I got to find that picture.
He was a very nice guy.
I bet he was.
He loved the conventions when they had the Playboy Playmates.
I bet he did.
He was always walking around, hello, my dear. Yeah. Hello, dears.
Hello. You'd be worth the climb, I bet. You think he said that?
Unbelievable. But yeah, I found all of them, and it's just
that's amazing.
It was, thanks to CJ for lighting the fire under my ass because he wanted to see these things. And once I compiled them all together, he came over one night and spent like 2 hours going through them, and I have a story for every single one.
Well,
of them.
that's why you do it.
Other than even the ones I get at an autograph convention and whatnot, there's still a story. But 90% of these autographs were all done out in the field, all out waiting in front of, movie theaters, talk shows, plays, hotels for fucking 27 hours waiting for these people. But
those interactions, though, you'll never forget them.
No, you will never forget them. Some of these go back 35 years ago.
It's like, and this guy doesn't even need an autograph. I was listening to a podcast today. Billy Corrigan does a podcast, the lead singer of the Smashing Pumpkins.
He's also the president of the National Wrestling Alliance.
Yes, he's a huge wrestling fan.
Right.
And he interviewed none other than Paul Williams. And it was riveting because he was just so charming and so nice and so positive, and they talked about their addiction stories. There was a lot of addiction talk on it, I will say. But when they weren't talking addiction, they talked Planet of the Apes and things like that. It was really, really good. And they were saying how people in general find him to be very likable. Billy Corrigan was saying that, and I was just thinking of how
he was very nice.
He was very nice to Bal Quincy.
I mean, not only that, you can see the picture on the screen right now. There is Paul Williams. Quincy looks like Andre the Giant standing next to him. And, of course, the late, great South Boston Jeff. And they had discussions about addictions as well. They got it. I mean, One of the greatest celebrities we ever met is Paul Williams, and I'll tell you why.
Why?
We were at an autograph signing at the Rhode Island Comic Con a couple years back.
Yep.
And this place brings in like 10,000 people at these shows. And he sat and chatted with us for 20 minutes.
Nice.
20 minutes. Quincy was in awe. You were like shaking when you were you were screaming, Smoking the Bandit lines to him. But he knew that Quincy was a real fan.
Yeah.
And he didn't even charge him.
That's great.
He didn't even charge him.
It was like the time of my life, it isn't just Paul Williams. I need to thank all the backgrounds of every calls that were made to make this whole thing possible.
Mm-hmm.
So a simple thank you to, if I start mentioning names.
We'll be here all night, so
Yeah.
you can't do it.
So how about if I thank the cast of whatever it is they did to make it all possible.
Okay.
So how about that? And then
How about that?
Then Paul Williams himself, because I had the time of my life. And the timing,
I've heard.
the time of my life.
So you know what we're going to give Paul Williams and all those crews right now?
Hey.
Big applause, big applause. We got to take a big time commercial break.
Ooh.
So we will be right back on the After Hours with TC Restani, the podcast.
Hi, I'm Tori Black, and you're watching After Hours with TC Restani.
Alrighty, welcome back from that big time commercial break. That was, of course, Tori Black, wishing us, giving a little promo out there. And I just received her autograph in the mail. A friend of mine in Hollywood.
I saw that picture.
Ran into her at a club, and he
Yeah.
knows that I'm a huge fan of hers. And he got the autograph, and there it is on the screen right now. It's not personalized because he
Wait a
said
minute, that screen looks correct.
because she wasn't doing personalization photos, but I accepted that.
Oh.
You have to. It's unbelievable. It's Tori Black, unbelievable. She's a real peach, and we want to thank her for doing that promo for us many years ago.
That's a peach,
but she
Tori.
looks exactly the same, and if not, she looks even better. So,
I was listening to another podcast.
well, it's good for you.
My producer, Galen Santopadre.
Of course, I remember him.
His namesake, Frank Santopadre, who used to be on with Gilbert, started his own podcast called Fun for All Ages, where he talks about the pop culture things and all the stuff that we love and everything. It's a great podcast if you get a chance to check it out. But he had a guy on there who could do imitations, great, sort of like a Billy West type of guy. And he also had on, what's his name, Dana Gould, who's a actor and a comedian, and he also was a big Planet of the Apes fan. And they were talking about Batman from 1966, the entire series and everything. And one of the funniest things they came up with, and this would be great for any stand-up comic. Like, when I was doing stand-up, I wish I thought of this. If back in the day they called in, because the last season of Batman coincided with right around the time of the Manson murders.
Oh, God.
And one of them said, imagine if they had to call the Cape Crusaders in on the Manson murders. And he's going, old chum, I think we're in over our head. Holy nightmare, Batman. They wrote piggies on the door of the refrigerator with blood. And it was like just getting the whole, chum, I think we're definitely dealing with something more diabolical than anticipated.
That would be funny.
Where is this Charlie? This looks like the work of Patricia Van Krenwinkel.
But all that changed.
I was laughing my head off at this morning.
But all that changed because of Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Right.
That timeline doesn't exist.
But I'm just saying, wouldn't
No,
been
that would
funny?
be fantastic. I mean, they should actually get other characters from other shows and interact them with real life history events.
Like, imagine if David Banner was working the grounds that night when that happened.
Dr. David Banner.
Yeah. Physician, scientist. I know we're making fun of baby. We're not really.
See, this is where Jason would have been a good ally,
exactly.
right?
Like, Jason just happened to go there to
To
kill all
kill
the people
them,
in the house. And
right.
then, wait a minute, these guys show up and he decides, I'm just going to chop them to pieces.
He just chops them up, and then he leaves and comes back a couple weeks later and kills them anyway. But
Do you realize someday,
someday,
maybe 50 years from now, people will be sitting at these mics speaking these words into a computer, and then all of a sudden that movie's just going to appear.
I don't think 50 years you have to wait that long.
Oh, good. Let's do it tomorrow.
I mean, the AI, you could have Jason, Quincy be Jason in
I'm
that
telling you,
movie.
wouldn't the Batman and Robin show up at, Los Cielos Drive?
You ever been there?
Yes, I did. I was. We were out in California for my 22nd birthday. I oil wrestled at the Tropicana one
You did
night.
oil wrestle?
Yes, I did.
Did you win?
I lost.
Oh, you did the job?
I did the job to a very fetching young lady whose top came off. It was great. I was a young kid.
Were you like John Candy in Stripes?
Exactly. Well, I couldn't take it off. They said if it comes off, it comes off. And the guy said if it comes off, you're doing all the right things, and it came off. So she was very nice.
Wink,
to me.
wink.
Yes, and we were out for a ride one night. And we asked the cab driver to go up there, and he's like, "You don't want to go up there, man." And we're like, "No, we just want to see it." And so we went up there, and he goes, "You glad you came up there?" And we knew what he was talking about. You just got an awful feeling.
It's like going to the Dakota.
Yeah, exactly. I was going to say the only other time I felt that was the night I stood outside of the Dakota Mansion in New York City. Very, very heavy feeling of evil.
Or going down to Ground Zero.
Which I have not been since.
Okay, probably not now because it's like Disneyland ground down there, you know. But a few months after it happened, when you walk down there, it's
I got to find the pictures I shot back. It was maybe 1992. I went down to the World Trade Center. I laid on the ground and took pictures up at the World Trade Center because of King Kong 76.
Did you see Spider-Man?
No, he wasn't there.
No, he
this
wasn't
was 1992.
Spider-Man's been around since the 60s. So
but he wasn't the Spider-Man. I thought you were talking about the movie.
Oh, not Tobey Maguire.
No. Okay. No, I was such a huge fan of King Kong, but I remember laying on the ground.
But I thought King Kong climbed the Empire State Building.
No, in the real one, 1976, by Giada De Laurentiis' grandfather, Dino De Laurentiis, he climbed the World Trade Center.
You'd like to climb her World Trade Center.
Oh, somebody put an AI picture of her out there today. They dolled it up. I got to show you this while you vamp.
Quincy, are you vamping down there?
Vamp. Well, you just have to see this.
You
picture.
mean Leanna Vamp, the cosplayer? Oh, I love her. And as a matter of fact, there's a picture of me and her on the screen right now. She's a very beautiful gothic woman.
So they took this picture, and they, of course, enhanced it a little bit.
I don't think they enhanced it that much.
Not much. But
I actually think in real life it's actually better.
Yeah.
I mean, you and cousin Leo, man, he wanted to butter her muffin more than anything in the world.
She's a doll. I got a lot of hidden pictures in here. Nothing perverse.
You don't want to see all the perverted stuff I have on my phone.
I know I don't want to see that, but most of them are of her.
Oh wow,
that's a nice one, huh?
Look at that picture of Masha Brady. Looks like she's ready to blow somebody for coke in that. Nice little perky.
Yeah. Just a little something to get the brother by.
When it's time to change,
then it's time to change.
Wow. Maureen McCormick's a real good-looking girl.
Let me have a look at.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, of course.
I had a big crush on her when I was a kid. Nice, huh?
That is a good-looking picture.
Isn't it?
Now, how many times do you sing "Girl" to that photo?
Girl, look what you've done to me, me and my whole world.
I love that song.
I thank you, girl. Do. I thank you, girl.
All right, I'm not going to show this picture on the air, but this is Dino De Laurentiis. What's her first name again?
Giada
De Laurentiis. Stuffing her face with pasta.
Yeah. Fusilli pasta.
Oh, wow. Well, you know.
Yeah. Nothing, like I said, nothing bad.
Well, on my phone over here, we got Tori Black. We can't show that on the air.
Yeah, but I realized that it's mostly pictures of Giada and one of Marcia Brady, and that's it.
You know, I think is a really attractive woman. I don't know if you've seen her. Is Lucy Burdge.
Lucy Burdge.
Look her up. Lucy Burdge. She does like the betting in Boston, and she's been on Nesson and whatnot. And every day she walks down, I think it's Newbury Street, and shows off her outfit of the day. And she takes her phone, it's on her beautiful face, and then she turns it upside down to show you what her outfit is below.
You know, you have a type, man. She looks just like your other one there. I don't want to say it because they might get insulted.
Oh.
Yeah, I know.
Man, those eyes of that girl.
Yeah.
Lucy Burdge, when we got the TV show back, she's the guest I want on this program. Not only is she stunning, she's wicked, awesome on television.
Looks a little bit like that one.
A little bit. We're not going to mention who that is. But yes, I do have a type. And
we all do.
We do. Quincy's type is, 100% milk.
Yeah. Big Esther Roll fan.
Oh, man. Damn.
Put the boards to me, honey.
So once we get the show back up and running, that is your goal, is to get Lucy Burdge on the program.
Doug, you hear this? Lucy Burdge.
Don't do anything yet, Doug.
I haven't heard from Doug. I think he's mad at me.
Why would Doug be mad at you?
I don't know. I think he sees us as like spinning on wheels. But Doug, I think what I said earlier in the show, you're going to be very impressed. We got something done tonight.
I haven't actually sent him any pictures yet.
Oh,
so
okay.
I will send him pictures when we wrap
Please
up
do.
the podcast. Now, Doug is our number one fan in New Jersey and does a lot of things behind the scenes.
He does.
And I wish he lived close because he
Yeah.
could light a fire under our ass.
He really could.
And, and we got things, but we wanted to do this movie show. Howard lit the fire under
did.
us. We got the damn thing done.
And it was so easy.
Your part is done because you prepared for it. You got it into the teleprompter. Now it's off to post-production.
But when I look back now on the very first
When I
episode,
look back now,
when the very first episode I ever shot
yes, that one.
of the Kung Fu Theater,
Right.
how impressive is that I did that 100% on my own?
See, that's why I do not like doing the teleprompter. I don't like it
Why?
because it's
Dude, you have to watch the raw footage of that sometime. I have it still. Where I was tearing my hair out.
Oh no, I've seen that. You did like 100 takes to get one take right.
Oh my god! And it was like it was very difficult.
But I'm just saying, you had a lot of information you had to get out to the audience on this program, so you had to put on the teleprompter like on the news. I can't work that way.
Oh, I love it.
It's not like I can't read, but it's just I just like I'm not the kind to kiss and tell.
And you're good at that, and I'm good at it too. But I'm also trying to do too many things in my head at once.
Right.
But if I could criticize the teleprompter on one thing, you have to stick to the script because it doesn't.
Well, because it's voice acting.
Right. It's listening to you, and it's.
I mean,
it's
at
creepy.
like Channel 5 and stuff like that, it's ran by an operator.
Yeah.
So, and they have the dial going back and forth. So if someone flubs a word and whatnot, they continue to keep rolling.
Yeah.
But this new space age technology, it is interpreting what you're saying. And if you replace a word, it stops.
See, because sometimes what I like to do is just bullet points, like a bullet
Right.
point. The bird, I know right away. I'm talking about the bird in the film that pecked the guy's eyes out, and Jack Nicholson was attacked by it, etc.
Well, you got a few months until the Christmas episode.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that.
So-
Well, let me add this.
Yeah.
It makes you like both raw and serious coverage. In other words, like, do you like raw, unrehearsed, or do you like the kind of role that you really have to put everything to it that's not so raw, I think I love the both. All depends on what you're making,
It's
right?
a hybrid.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
a hybrid.
A hybrid of technology.
Yeah, in other words, like, that all depends on what we're making, right?
Yeah.
In other words, raw, unrehearsed, or do you need to rehearse
Right. If you're
it?
going to do the Gettysburg Address, you obviously want to read it.
Oh, sure.
You're not going to go off the top of your head on that.
But it all depends on what kind of a shoot we're making.
To this day, I don't even know what 7 years ago means.
And you think we would have looked that up at some point? How long is Fourscore? I just knew.
Four
it was,
score 7 years ago, and isn't that like
I thought
some
he was
kind
going to start going the whole thing. I was like, this is going to blow
no,
my
no,
mind.
no, no. When I listened to the Gettysburg, the Quincyburg Address,
Do you remember one of the sponsors I had on my show was from Gettysburg? It was a spa Gettysburg down in Gettysburg.
I do remember
Pennsylvania.
that, yeah.
Spa Gettysburg.
Gettysburg.
Get it?
Yeah, I get it. Yeah. Did it come out of meatballs?
No, it was just like a health spa.
Oh.
But Spa Gettysburg.
You ever been to Gettysburg?
No.
It's kind of eerie.
Well, I bet it would. A lot of death down there, I'll tell you.
A lot of death, and when I went down there with Glenn. Remember Glenn? Yeah,
He's a big Civil War buff.
yeah, Civil War. When do they have those movies back then? So
Way down yonder
he was
in the
like
land
in
of cotton.
we went down there to the DeLorean show. I was booked for an appearance down there. A lot of my good friends from Back to the Future were there, and
that car again.
many of those cars were there. And as we're driving down, on both sides are where battlefields were, like miles and miles and miles and miles of battlefield. So he decided. We left there at like 2 a.m. because we had to drive back to Boston. It was like a 9-hour
How the hell
drive.
do you guys do this? Ugh.
No. How the hell did I do it? I mean, not him, all right? But before we're driving, he's like, drive down this road where the battlefield's are. He's taking photos because he thinks he's going to find a ghost.
Yeah, I know.
Some Civil War warrior, soldier walking across the street, and he's going to sell to the National Enquirer for $100,000. But it was very eerie.
You guys picked up Colonel Maddox? He's been dead for 300 years.
Well, we got him, damn it. And Glenn's going to go home and desecrate the photo like he used to the other. Did I say that?
Tell him Large Marge sent you.
Tell him, yes. Tell him the Large Marge and Photoshop sent you.
I got a buddy who chases ghosts. He sends me these pictures all the time of orbs and things, and I'm like, I'm not saying I'm not a believer, but I'm just like, all right.
Don't you think by now Jeff would have paid a visit to us?
If you needed proof, that's the proof.
And I think, do I believe in an afterlife? 100%.
Yeah, something's out there.
Jeff is having the ball, a time of his eternity, up where he is right now. He has no use for us anymore.
No.
Yeah, I'll see them when they get here, dude.
Yeah. Hopefully it's not anytime soon.
Well, how can you say, like, he can send signs down? That's the best.
He probably has. I mean, maybe this whole finding the autograph thing, because he was the greatest autograph collector of all time, the celebrity stalker. So maybe he sent like inspiration to me to do this.
And he probably sent the movie that we filmed tonight.
Right.
Because he's a big Jack Nicholson buff. He would have loved that movie, by the way.
Of course he would have. He probably already saw it 100 times. But yeah, he works in mysterious ways. I know that he's filtering stuff through us. He motivated us to get this damn thing done. I think it was a combination of him and who wanted her name on something else. That's what I think that was the bottom line. OMG Abby presents.
I'm not saying a word.
Well, you know what? It's in the contract of Restani Productions. Her name has to be in the credits.
Really?
Well, she's the executive producer of all things Restani Productions.
Jeez.
Even though she wasn't on set, she was actually up there getting what's that? A manicure. But because it was a birthday gift. We got her a birthday gift.
I have to get Tosh that because we leave for Florida a week from tomorrow.
Another trip down there.
Down to Florida. No. And I told her, I'm sick of looking at her cheese rindy feet by the pool. I wanted to go out and get those things done. She goes, well, if I'm going to get a pedicure, I'm going to get a manicure too. So I had to fork over for that. That ain't cheap.
You had to. You didn't come out of this pocket, right?
No. This is
This is out of the Bittman Bank.
She doesn't want Abby to know that her feet don't look naturally beautiful. Well, she knows now. Anyway. All women need that done, though. But I told her, go clean those feet up before we get on the floor.
You got a foot fetish?
No. I mean, listen, if it was part of the game, I'm not going to say, keep your feet away from me. But I'm not going to be like, before we start, I'd like to look at your feet.
What if they had like hangnails and pus coming out of it?
Well, that's a deal breaker right there. I mean, there's pills that can take care of that.
If Tori Black had that, I would have to go down on it.
Very few words have ever hit me that hard. Okay. Well, I don't know if I could make an exception. The feet, if there was a stink there, like a cheesy feet stink.
Well, you're eating cheese balls down here.
Yeah, but you can eat those. That's what that's for.
Well,
clean your feet. Ladies, clean your feet.
I don't have a foot fetish, but someone as beautiful as Tori Black.
Would you make her like at least put socks on or something?
No.
I'd put it this way. I think if Gage had nasty feet, I would have to say, see ya.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, I remember an incident with Gage, but we're not going to get into that on the...
I'd say to her, I can go solve this problem in 5 minutes.
5?
Oh, maybe 3.
About 4'4". That's what she is down there. Unbelievable. So you're off to Florida again, huh?
Yep. We're heading down, get a little fun in the sun before the cold weather really sets in.
But it doesn't set in Florida.
No, it doesn't. I'm talking about up here.
I know, but it's only a 3-hour plane ride.
No, it's good. I mean, hey.
I don't like Florida.
I love it.
I've been to every place in Florida except the Panhandle, and I refuse to go to the Panhandle.
Isn't the whole thing a panhandle? Isn't the whole state of Florida a panhandle?
It was a peninsula.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, you're right. I thought Texas had a panhandle.
There's a lot of panhandlers there. But
yeah, that's true.
I've never been to Texas either. I'd like to go to Texas.
I've been in Texas once.
Which part?
Houston for the Super Bowl.
Houston?
Yep. Going back to Houston.
I'd go to Dallas just to see where Kennedy was whacked.
Yeah, I know you would. I bet that is interesting.
Back and to the left.
Back at that book suppository? Or is it a depository? What is it?
In the movie Full Metal Jacket. At that book suppository, sir! In the Marines.
You like that?
There you go.
Yeah, I don't...
You don't like Florida?
I don't like Florida. Not
well,
one bit.
we're going down to our special place, and we're going to hang out. I'm going to rent a nice pickup truck, drive around, have some beers, do some swimming. I'm going to watch the Pats game, although the Pats aren't doing too well, but we're going to watch the Pats game Sunday night against the Buffalo Bills. And, hey, if the Pats could upset the Bills, that's going to be huge.
My nephew's on his way, as we're recording this, down to Penn State to see the big football game over the weekend.
Wow, I wonder who they're playing.
They're playing Oregon.
Oh, that'd be a great game.
Right.
Oh, geez, these kids get around.
This is his very first soiree road trip
Now, who's he going with? A bunch of guys?
He's going with his buddy, his best buddy.
Nice.
They're going down there. Someone gave them free tickets to this.
Driving down?
They're driving down, and I had to give them the direction because it's a chiller route. They're going right by the chiller exit, but they're going to have to go 3.5 hours further.
Wow.
Because they're going into Bedford, Pennsylvania.
So they're probably, leaving tomorrow morning?
They are, as we're recording this on a Thursday, they are leaving at 5 a.m. Tomorrow morning.
Nice.
So
they're staying over and stuff? Well, they have to.
They're
Yeah,
staying over. They're
Saturday.
doing the tailgating and whatnot. You know, his parents are like, well, why don't you drive him down? You know the way there. I'm like, I'm not going to this. I'm not going to this.
TC at a tailgate. No.
No. If maybe that betting girl Lucy's there, I'll go.
Yeah.
But she can just on Newberry Street. I'm not driving all the way down to Pennsylvania.
You should get your nephew in here. We'll do a little tailgate cooking show. Maybe what's his favorite thing to eat for the football games? That'd be a good idea, huh?
Well, actually, when I do go up there, they have a little spread every week on there. I don't know.
What's usually out there?
I don't know if it's the point spread or anything. You know,
I don't get into that.
Little joke thing there.
That was good. That was good. I like that. I saw that. I see what you did there. As they say.
They have is they have cubed cheese,
nothing wrong with that.
pepperoni,
Good.
Doritos,
Okay.
a fruit platter,
Okay.
a vegetable platter, and potato skins.
Okay. Well, that's good.
Right.
I'm a wing guy when the football game's on.
And the dog gets most of it at the end of the night.
Tosh makes me wings in the air fryer. With Frank's Red Hot.
You put that crap on anything.
I do. Do you like chicken wings, Quincy?
They're free.
No, I can
Not
see.
spicy, just plain regular
That's okay.
fried Kentucky Fried Chicken, something that, or like a banquet. Yeah, but you know what? To
You
be honest,
gourmet, you.
Yeah. That's
but to
okay.
be honest with you, the drumsticks are the best.
See, a lot of people go, do you like the flats or do you like the drums? And I can go both ways when it comes to chicken wings.
Well, like I don't know, for some reason, like
It's just too much work for you to deal with the flats.
yeah,
Sometimes flat girls aren't that bad.
I got no problem there either.
but when you're
As
eating,
long as I get those nipples like little rocks. Bing. Slapshot reference.
but I don't know, for some reason, when it comes to chicken, you know, it's like drumsticks, you know, like I said, banquet or Colonel Sanders.
Someday I'm going to show you how to eat a flat chicken wing.
Well, okay,
You gotta break it and you done.
I used to see Bull take chicken wings like he did with those sausages in the fork. Just put them in his mouth and just pull out a bone.
That's the way you do it.
He reminds me so much of John Belushi in Animal House when he eats.
Just watched that last night.
When he's walking down, you know, in the cafeteria.
Yeah.
And I always crack up laughing.
Everything goes right down.
When he takes that Jello and just goes.
Yeah.
Every time I see it, I must have seen that about a billion times. I always laugh.
Is a P-I-G pig. See if you can guess what I am now. He puts the ball of mashed potatoes. I'm a zit. Get it? That movie holds up.
You know what? I did not like it growing up.
Oh my God.
And as I've gotten older, I love it.
Yeah.
I mean, it set the stage for all the 80s type of movies
Yeah.
like that.
It really was a good movie.
And John Belushi should not have OD'd, or whoever, that broad who killed him.
Yeah.
She was like Lex Luger to Elizabeth in the comedy world. Can you imagine what he would have done? He was going to be in Ghostbusters.
Yeah.
And then, of course, he died, and then they made Slimer.
And he barely spoke in Animal House, too.
Right.
You know?
Well, that scene when he walks down the stairs of the toga party and just destroys that guitar.
I'm trying to think. The guy who I think he did that to, I think that was Stephen Bishop. I'm pretty sure.
In relation to Joey?
He was the guy who, he might have been, the guy who sang On, and I keep on crying.
And how
And I
adorable
smile
was Karen Allen in that movie?
Yeah, she was. She broke, what's his name's heart, though?
Who, Boone?
Boone's heart, yeah, with the professor.
He ended up on The Sopranos, Boone.
Oh, that's right. He got whipped by Tony with the belt.
He was an old prick now.
Yeah.
But Karen Allen had that Daisy Ridley look to her.
Yeah, no, she was cute, you know.
And then she boned, what's his name? Donald Sutherland.
Would anyone like to smoke some marijuana? That was a great line in the movie. Great. And you know, the Irish girl from Caddyshack, she was the 13-year-old.
I believe 13.
That Tom Holtz was banging.
She didn't look 13, you know.
No, she didn't.
And because Caddyshack was what, like 2 years later?
Yeah, no, she wasn't 13.
And that character in Caddyshack annoyed me.
Oh, everyone says that.
Right.
Worst Irish accent ever in a film. I think probably only second to that would be Brad Pitt when he did one. I'm not going back.
Oh,
Can't remember
the
what the
Devil's Own?
Yes, that's what it was.
Right.
Terrible. But
It's not as bad as Kevin Costner's Kennedy accent.
oh, that's true.
This is your report card.
Boston accents are tough. If you don't know what you're doing.
Right. No one does. Even
No.
the people from Boston don't know how they're doing.
On what's his name? Ray Donovan. They couldn't get it right.
I think the only person who ever had a Boston accent right on television was Cliff Clavin.
Yeah, I would say that. Yeah, you're right. You're right. He was the only one that really spoke with the Boston accent.
Because he
too,
was
on the whole
from
show.
here. I mean, not here, Boston proper, but he was from Connecticut.
He said in yeah, that sounds about right.
So there you go. Hats off to John Ratzenberger, who spent most of his adult life in England.
Yeah,
But he knows how to speak New England.
that's right.
Because he's
New
from
England.
New England. Now, I was talking about someone from England about this, the whole England, New England thing. Don't you think when we won the Revolutionary War, we wanted nothing to do with England, that we wouldn't call ourselves New England?
Yeah, that's true. And all the towns around here are named after towns
Every
in
single
England.
one of them.
I didn't even know Yarmouth was a town in England until I was looking up directions to get to some bar, and I put in Yarmouth, and I'm like, what's turn left at the Cheshire Cat Motel? I mean, what the hell is
The
this?
people in England, when I talk to them on Twitter Spaces,
Yeah.
are very impressed with the way I can say towns.
Towns?
Town. Not the word towns, but
Oh,
because most people, when they come here, where's Worcester?
Yeah.
It's Worcester.
Worcester, of course.
Gloucester. Stuff like that. That's how they say it in
Oh, yeah,
England.
yeah.
So they're saying it. TC, you're the only American that says it right. Because, I grew up around these places.
Of course.
So basically, I'm in New England, quote unquote, and we know how to say the old English towns right.
How can we not?
Well, tell the people to go to Worcester.
What's the other one that everyone has a hard time with? Oh, I can Peabody.
Natick? They call it Natick.
Natick, yeah.
Yeah, Peabody.
Everyone's going Peabody.
Right.
But somebody made a good point one time. He goes, why are we staying in, why is our company in Peabody, but when we fly down to Memphis, we're staying in the Peabody Hotel? Go figure.
It's Mr. Peabody in the time machine.
I was just saying, hello, Mr. Peabody. All right, Sherman, we're going to, that was part of the Underdog show.
That was a great show.
There's no need to fear. Underdog.
There's no need to fear.
Underdog is
here.
All right, as we're recording this, we might as well make rest. We only have a couple minutes left. That scumbag Jimmy Kimmel.
Yeah.
Well, Kimmel, and now I sound like I'm from the South.
Yeah.
Kimmel was let go,
Cried his way off TV and cried his way back on.
and then the crocodile tears on that episode was faker than anything that you would see on roller derby on Channel 56 in 1980.
And everyone's like, they automatically assume this is a political statement. I think we both can agree. I've hated this guy since The Man Show. I never thought he was the funnier guy on The Man Show. I always thought it was Adam Carolla, and I've hated him ever since he tried to ingratiate himself to Howard Stern. He was one of the guys responsible for Howard Stern becoming the douchebag that he is today, and he's never been funny on The Late Show.
And then, of course, he brought in Bobby De Niro trying to be funny.
Oh, geez, there's a big surprise.
86-year-old loser who hasn't had a good movie since Goodfellas.
And he has to keep making movies because he keeps making babies. Put it back in your pants,
And
Robert.
wasn't he involved in some sex trafficking thing somewhere down the line, I heard?
Well, I know. I honestly don't. This is the first I've ever heard of that. I
Look
can't
into it.
speak.
Look into it,
I'll look
everybody.
into
Look
everybody.
into
Do
it.
your homework on that. But I know he spoke very, very, very rudely to a limo driver one time. I heard that. There was a tape going around with that.
And he's a small guy. He's not. He's not.
He's a little
He's not
shit.
this little, big time. Oh, I'm Robert De Niro. You're a scumbag.
Here's the thing about De Niro. We've talked about it before. King of Comedy, Deer Hunter, handful of others. But then after that, it just every movie was like, I know I'm watching Robert De Niro. I was never able to suspend my disbelief.
Bullwinkle.
Yeah. I mean, come on.
Meet the Fockers.
Yeah. That was the worst. That was the worst when we try to do comedy. I'm sorry.
What about, have you tried Ben Stiller's soda? Have you heard about that?
What?
We'll leave that as we'll talk about that when you come back from
Definitely.
vacation.
I'm going to put that. Look, I got to put that on a note for the next one. Ben Stiller's soda. I got to look that up.
Ben Stiller's soda.
What he became when the Knicks got blown out. He decided to go out and make his own soda.
I have
him and
idea.
that Matthew Chayabod, whatever the guy that played Dylan in the movie. The two of them would sit in courtside for all the Knick games, and you could tell they didn't know one thing.
His wife is a
on.
very nice person.
Yeah, she played Marsha Brady in the movie.
That's right.
I'm sure she is. Listen, I'm sure he is too. But it's like, come on, the soda.
I'd rather him talking about soda than politics. Let's put it that way.
That's true. Okay, you know what? I'm 100% with you on that all the way down the line.
Unbelievable. Quincy, wrap up the show.
Wrap it up. I'll take it
Well, thank you very much for watching this, as usual, very interesting episode. And we will see you on another very interesting episode. So for the present, drive carefully. And remember, we never close.